So I walked into my living room, and there, standing in my living room, which was really cool, was Ross, Rachel, and Phoebe from Friends, the show, which is, great. But, and then my dog was there, and then Ross's monkey was also there, and they were just kind of, sitting on the table. And so I was like, oh, well, okay, so this is pretty cool. And then they were, whispering, they were like, oh, guys, should we tell her? I mean, this is pretty big news. I mean, she doesn't know that her dog is gay. And so I was like, what? I don't understand what is happening right now. And then they were like, Mary, we have something to tell you. Your dog has just come out and is telling us that she's gay and that she's in love with Marcel. I don't know if that's his name, but whatever. Is that his name?
I think it's close enough.
Okay, whatever. She's in love with Ross's monkey. And I was like, no, this can't be real. She's a dog. And so I was just freaking out that whole time, and I just could not get in my head to grasp the concept that my dog was in love with a monkey and that she was gay, and I just freaked out, and then I woke up and I was like, what just happened?
I was in an art show, and it was a beautiful art show, and everything was really cool and professional, and all the women were just dressed in their normal clothes, jeans and a t-shirt kind of thing, but every single guy wore a beautiful ball gown and had their makeup all done. And it was really strange, and I was walking around, and I kind of knew a lot of people there, but I wasn't talking to any of them. And I saw my friend, in his ball gown, dancing alone in a room. And I went to go talk to him, and this girl came up to me and grabbed my arm, and she had short black hair, and she just said, "Don't worry. Art takes a certain amount of self-hatred anyway." So yeah, and then I woke up.
So my dream starts off where I have this bird's eye view, and I'm looking down at these tanks full of aquatic animals, and they're for the show, but there's too many of different animals in one tank, and they don't have enough room, and they're all writhing around, and it's kind of awful. Anyway, then I show up at this fancy dinner party, and I'm dressed in jeans and a sweater, and everybody else has completely decked out in fanciest clothes ever. And so I was already feeling very uncomfortable. And then I went over to shake the hand of the woman who owned the house, but we shook hands for a really long time, and we made really weird eye contact, and it was not fun. And then my sister was there, Sasha, and she was married to her old ex-boyfriend, who was the loudest chew I ever met. He chewed like a tractor. Anyway, so I went down to go sit to eat food, and everybody had their own numbers. And I was number 4, and number 4, because the food was set up as a buffet, but they only had some people go at a certain time. And so number 4 was my number, and I went up because number 4 was called first for some reason, and it was just a bunch of children, and I was put in a group with the children, and I was in line, and there was all these different dishes. So you lined up, and there was food, and then you had pile of dishes that went to a specific type of food, but I didn't know which one went to what food, and all the kids were trying to tell me that the soup went in this one specific bowl, but they all kept cutting me because they didn't understand what they were saying. And then I saw Miss Biagini, and I went over to her to try to tell her and warn her that the soup goes in this specific bowl. But I don't know, she just left and did not say anything, and it was weird. And then, so I had all these like plates and like weird bowls full of like soup and stuff. And then this guy came over and he just took them from me and he put them down, and we just had this really weird conversation. I don't even remember what it was about. And then I just didn't have any food. And then also the cast of Gilmore Girls was there, and my sister got to meet them and take pictures with them, but I didn't, and it was very unfair. Anyway, so then I wasn't at the dinner anymore. I was at school, and I didn't have my schedule, but like I knew I had to go to art, but I didn't know that I had to go to art at the same time. So I went over to talk to a teacher, and she gave me all the papers I needed. So I went to art class, and my friend was there, and we were sitting down having like a normal time, and then this giant crab spider hybrid thing came and attacked me, and I fell backwards in my chair, and then everybody was laughing at me and like throwing the spider at me, and it was really terrifying. And then I started crying because I was like, man, giant crab spider. And so I ran outside, and my other friend was out there, and her friend that I don't know very well was there too. And she made her friend hug me, and it made me cry even more because it was really awkward, and it was a side hug, and I was not having a fun time, and my friend was just standing there like she just like made the hugest difference, and I was like, I really am not enjoying any of this. And then I was with her again and another friend. We were sitting at lunch, and I was typing some stuff, just random words, and this other person came over and was like, hey, can I see your writing? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then he read it and was like, wow, I'm gonna send this to the entire school, and then laugh about it. And then I woke up, so it was a fun time. Yeah.
Because, you know, like, brain regions lighting up when you sleep, and therefore, like, making your brain go like, oh, dreams, what a fabulous little thing that we can think of.
I'm not really sure what my dream meant. Could be my subconscious telling me something, but I
So
don't
do you
know.
think that dreams are relevant and they have something to do with like problem solving?
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's...
I think that there are some things that mean something just because like they're in my dream and I'm like, well, that thing is important to me. But also I feel like most of it is just like randomness. So yeah. Okay.
Get up! See me rolling, I hate it. Gonna catch me right under.
Describe this dream. Are you recording that?
Follow your heart.
Are you recording that?
Maybe.
When
So-
it's calling for you, listen to your heart. Right, I saw the word gym written on our gym, and I was like, gum. Gim? What does gim mean?
I thought me dancing. 'Cause I'm dreaming.